regarding TV shows and movies, and you know that there have are continued versions of a show where it's maybe the adult version, or the characters have sort of grown up, or it's like a remake of an old show, but they made like the colors are different, and then actors and actresses, or the voice actors and actresses are some of them are back again, or they hired different people, or there are versions that are completely different than original, or they are rip-offs. Now, why we're talking about this is continue off to talk about the Daily Wire Republican-based talk show. Basically political. They siding with Donald Trump. The Daily Wire, owned by Jeremy Boring, who is the CEO, and one of the main talk show hosts, Ben Shapiro. They created Bentkey, released the same day as the Disney Company's 100th year anniversary. And even Jeremy Boring, he tried to hide the fact that their first animated show, Chilla, which is basically a family of four chinchillas, similar to Brisbane, Australia, made a show Bluey, a family of four dogs. You see what we're getting here? Well, Bluey, the family friendly, and uses Australian terms, and has just a thing for everyone, and is not political in any formal way. However, Chilla is made by a company that is made by Republicans, so and then Jeremy Boring and Ben Shapiro, they think that they can just use Bentkey to try and beat Disney. There has been some LGBTQ stuff that has been shown in some recent shows that have been coming out. Typically, the Owl House and Amphibia had one and two, and then the Ghost and Molly McGee, they had like only like maybe a few, but and then Haley's on it. You could probably see some. But the Daily Wire, they have been trying to play dirty, and they have also copied Nickelodeon and PS Kids and Cartoon Network. Because that's not, the Chilla is not the only rip-off show that they have made. And so they made this thing. This is a list of X that you can look at. This post of this account. So this is all the shows that they're going to be adding. I'm going to read them. Mabel McClay, whatever show that is off either a couple of networks that you may recognize from the show. Kid Fit Go. That kind of sounds like Teen Titans Go, doesn't it? Kid Explorer, that sounds like Dora the Explorer. Nickelodeon show. And Kid Fit Go, that's Cartoon Network. And Teen Titan was good, but Teen Titan Go had a lot of kind of too childish thing that kind of makes you kind of stupid, like SpongeBob SquarePants stupid, that level. Gus Plus Us, depends on what that is. Clangers, that may be original. Jasmine and Jambo, that sounds like Austin and Ally, which is a Disney Channel show. Yeti Tales, that is a ripoff of DuckTales, which there are two versions of DuckTales, which is a Disney cartoon show, which of course the characters are all animals, and then Scrooge McDuck is the rich duck of Duckburg, and of course, and then there's three nephews, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and then there's Donald Duck, which we hardly understand what Donald's saying because and then Miss Beakley, who works for him. And then to go on this adventures and also that kind of stuff, but that was made in around 1987, around 1990 that time. And then the second version, which is a remake version, which of Disney XD, that was the VA who voiced Donald Duck comes back again. But then, all the art for the original DuckTales was kind of like hand drawn, that kind of animation. This is more cartoonish, 2D stuff that even Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network they were already doing too, and also some other shows like Phineas and Ferb, which are off Disney cartoon. They bring in Della, Donald brother, and the mother of the three brothers. So that is a unique point of that, and then we understand why Della wasn't in the original one. You have to watch the show for yourself, otherwise that is a spoiler. And then there's some Martian characters that have also been featured, and then villains are looking a bit different. There's some new one that storylines are a bit different, but there is no political anything, but it's all for fun. Great show. Although one of the alien characters, or one of the female alien characters, she was sort of hinted at being lesbian, but no, that was the only LGBT thing that was sneaked in the show, but we haven't seen the actual thing because the show just ended abruptly, so. And that's when other shows were created, so that's all in your imagination. So there's no reason to make another version of DuckTales or try to copy one. and otherwise it has to be on Disney Plus. Otherwise, that is copyright infringement. Because there was one episode where Donald Duck is voiced by War Machine actor Don Cheadle, who voices Donald, which Donald talks normal and dreams of a perfect family. And then the genie shows up, and it also hints at maybe in 30 years later. So DuckTales the remake was made in 2017. So 30 years later, it's going to be made in 2047, and but kids, Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and Webby are going to be teenagers or grown-ups, and the show will continue but in a different way, and that would only be on Disney Plus or whatever other the Disney company makes up next. Ernest and Celestine also sounds Disney Channel. Runes, that sounds like also probably a copy of like Cartoon Network. Tish Tash, also either Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network. Unless if we're missing something, it could be either of the four. Truck games, definitely sounds copyright. Yoko. That sounds awfully similar to probably Nickelodeon. Fred and Capitano. That's definitely copying off Nickelodeon. It's one of those shows that after iCarly ended, and probably like Henry Danger. Or that family of five that the Thundermans, kind of like that show, where the dad, the mom, and then a teenage brother and the sister, and then the little sister, all have special powers. And also probably also a little brother, maybe like another sibling. How Ridiculous is on there, but that's original. It's just that the guy, the fellas from How Ridiculous did just ended up just walking in and agreed to be on their Bentkey entertainment and Walking Wild. That sounds definitely old-time Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network or old-time Disney Channel. So not only they're copying off the Disney ideas, they're also copying off Nickelodeon ideas and Cartoon Network ideas and probably PBS Kids. But shall we remind Jeremy and Ben and any of the other talk show people of the political Republican Party talk show The Daily Wire that copyright infringement is not okay. And if you're going to make something original, at least think of original ideas because those names and probably the one that's featured is very similar to others. And those companies can basically sue you. And even if any music is made, it's the Daily Wire can't afford to do that compared to other companies that just started from the it's a small budget, but they're sort of making their way up. But they're not Nickelodeon or Disney or Cartoon Network or HBO or Netflix level. They're not up there yet. And since the Daily Wire, they just started making the entertainment, and they're trying to like follow in Netflix and Disney, Disney Plus and Amazon Prime or Hulu or whatever else streaming service out there. That because the Daily Wire, their most famous one is "What Is a Woman" by Matt Walsh. Also, one of the Daily Wire's popular talk shows. Which pro-transgender people were very mad. But Daily Wire Plus, which is their streaming service, is not as big as, nor will it ever be. Because those other streaming services, they know how to control everything, and although some of their popular stuff has been removed because there's new popular stuff that shows up, and they have to make room for that. And also Paramount Plus is also doing pretty well, although they made adult versions of hit shows like iCarly and Zoe 101, which Zoe 102 is showing up sometime, which starring Britney Spears' sister Jamie Lynn. Which, regarding copyright, let's talk about Dingo Pictures. One company that lost to Disney, and they were very low budget, and they didn't know how to like kickstart off it, and like the Daily Wire, Bentkey is copying ideas off Disney regarding Chilla, which is a copy of Bluey. Dingo Pictures copied ideas of Disney because Disney was a very successful, even competing against the Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. So they really didn't know how to make content or had the budget to, so they decided to let's just steal some ideas from Disney, and they did that. And the Walt Disney Company, they noticed, and then they ended up suing the Dingo Pictures people. Now, Dingo Pictures is based in Germany. iCarly, the hit show of Nickelodeon, did an imitation of this incident, which they, just for reference, they kept the original name, but they changed it to Dingo Studios, and that is based in USA. So it's a whole different situation. And unlike, it was basically owned by some grown-up man who had no originality and had a board that said ideas we can steal from iCarly. So whatever Carly and Sam created, such as random dancing, they would copy, make an imitation of that, and create the random jumping, and then messing with Lubert, which Carly and Sam and Freddie, they were harassing the doorman of the apartment they live in. The Carly and Spencer lived in, Lubert, and changed, make their version, messing with Rupert. And then while a classmate of Carly and Sam, the girl told them about, the Dingo channel is copying your ideas. So the iCarly crew literally goes over the Dingo studios where they're doing a Dingo channel, and then they confront them and made them apologize for copyright infringement. But there's also this rumor that Walt Disney's head is kept in the lower levels of the official Walt Disney building somewhere. So also the iCarly people also took note of that, and also did an imitation. Charles Dingo, the head was also hidden in the lower levels of the Dingo Studios building, and that way that's how the iCarly people won against, but also made them do some humiliating things. You would have to watch the episode to know that, but it's basically about don't copy other people's ideas. Shall we say that again? So that's basically the imitation of what happened if you tried to copy an original idea that Disney made, and a poor company that doesn't have a budget try to imitate that. But in the iCarly episode, the Dingo Studios people who created the Dingo channel, that they claimed that we will have lawyers and we can sue you for threatening us, that we supposedly copied your ideas. But remember that, even Disney, they do partnerships with major music labels as well for any songs in their TV shows, their cartoons, or live action, the acting, or even movies, live action or animated, such as Interscope, Warner Music Group, Atlantic, Sony Music, Universal Music Group, or sometimes even if there's like an artist who he or she owns their own music label, also a partnership with them. So they'll sign a deal with a budget and a contract deal with the artist or DJ, and to feature your music on our media production. And regarding Chilla, the intro music for Chilla versus the intro music for Bluey, very similar. You wouldn't want to have to be reminded of what happened to Ed Sheeran, do you? Ed Sheeran versus the Marvin Gaye's family. Just because the song sounded similar, but actually different sample, but that actually turned out to be actually not true, and Ed Sheeran won that case. And this was not just once, but twice. And the fact that the Daily Wire's activity sounds like just like what Dingo Pictures did is just don't do it. If you're going to make your own content, good luck with that. But get some training in animation and that kind of stuff so people can enjoy it. Otherwise, you'll end up being a laughing stock, and who knows how well the Daily Wire's Snow White versus and Evil Queen now, which is the Daily Wire's version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarves version. So they're trying to counter what the shelved version of what Rachel Zegler was in, which Rachel Zegler's one with there's 6 of the 7 actors who played the Seven Dwarfs. 6 of them are regular sized men. 1 man is a dwarf. And also Rachel Zegler hates the role of in the story of Snow White. So if you want to be original, stick to being original and don't copy of other people's work, because you can get in trouble with the companies and also music labels. Because there have been people, not just the Dingo Pictures, but other people who try to copy other people's work, and it wasn't pretty. And whenever Jeremy Boring tries to say that it wasn't a ripoff, it is a ripoff. We don't even have to watch the entire thing to understand that, oh, ripoff.